Imagine an AI agent that can plan your entire trip. It finds the cheapest flight, checks the baggage rules, compares hotels, reads the reviews, fills out the booking form. Then it reaches the final button. Pay now. And the whole thing breaks. Not because the AI is too dumb, because the AI does not really have money. It does not have a bank account of its own. It does not have a normal wallet. It does not have authority to spend by itself. And that may be one of the biggest hidden bottlenecks in the AI economy. Everyone is asking how smart AI agents will become. But intelligence is not the bottleneck here. Payment is. This is not hypothetical anymore. Google is building AP2. Coinbase is pushing X402. AWS now has agent core payments, different systems, same signal. The biggest companies in tech are preparing for a world where the customer is not always human. Sometimes the customer is software. And once software becomes the buyer, the payment layer has to change. A chatbot answering questions does not need money. An agent doing real work does. Real workers do not just think. They buy tools, access data, rent infrastructure, hire help, and get paid. So if AI agents are supposed to become workers, shoppers, analysts, negotiators, and business operators, they need more than intelligence. They need spending power, not as legal people, not as independent citizens, but under delegated authority. Spend this amount for this task, inside these limits, under these rules. That is the gap between a chatbot and an economic actor. The financial system we use today was built around humans and companies. A person opens a bank account. A company gets a corporate card. A user clicks buy. A merchant receives payment. If something goes wrong, the bank, card network, merchant, user, and company know where the liability sits. That model works when a human or company is clearly on the other side of the transaction. It gets harder when the buyer is software acting on someone else's behalf. Who authorized the agent? What was it allowed to buy? How much could it spend? Did it follow the user's instruction? Who is responsible if it buys the wrong thing? Who proves the transaction was legitimate? That is why the payment race is starting. Google's AP2 is designed for agent-led payments across different payment methods, including cards, stablecoins, and bank transfers. Google says today's payment systems generally assume a human is directly clicking buy, and autonomous agents break that assumption. Coinbase describes X402 as a protocol that lets humans and machines pay for access directly over HTTP using automatic stablecoin payments. A client requests a paid resource, the server replies with payment required, the client sends payment, and the service unlocks. AWS says Agent Core Payments lets agents autonomously access and pay for APIs, MCP servers, web content, and other agents. It can handle wallet authentication, X402 negotiation, stablecoin payment, and proof delivery without interrupting the agent's reasoning loop. That phrase matters, without interrupting the agent's reasoning loop. Because if an agent has to stop every time it hits a paid resource, it is not really autonomous. It is a smart assistant waiting for a human credit card. Think about a research agent hired to create a market report. It needs a premium data set, then extra compute, then a charting tool, then a paid API, then maybe another specialist agent to check the data. Then it has to deliver the report and receive payment. Every step creates the same three problems: permission, payment, settlement. Permission means the agent needs clear authority. It cannot spend freely. It needs a budget, a task boundary, and a limit. Payment means it needs to pay the service at the moment it needs access, not after a human comes back to approve every small step. Settlement means the seller needs proof that real value arrived, so the service can unlock. No account maze, no broken workflow, no constant human interruption. This is where stablecoins become interesting. Not because everyone wants to buy coffee with crypto. That was always the wrong test. Stablecoins matter here because they are digital dollars that can move through software. An AI agent doing routine work does not want volatile money. It wants a predictable unit, something programmable, something global, something that can settle between software systems. So the first real machine money may not look like people choosing crypto at checkout. It may look like agents paying APIs in the background, agents renting compute, agents buying data, agents unlocking content, agents paying other agents, agents splitting revenue after a job is complete. The human may still see a normal app, a normal dashboard, a normal subscription. But under the surface, the payment layer becomes programmable. This is the part most people miss. Crypto may not win because humans choose it at checkout. It may win because machines use it in the background. Not as ideology, not as a retail revolution, as settlement. There are three ways this could play out. First, banks and card networks absorb it. They create agent permissions, virtual cards, spending caps, identity checks, fraud controls, and legal rules for delegated payments. In that world, crypto stays secondary. Second, stablecoins become the default rail for machine-to-machine commerce. Agents use digital dollars because they are easier to plug into software, easier to move globally, and easier to settle across APIs, compute markets, data markets, and other agents. Third, a hybrid system wins. Humans still use banks, cards, apps, and familiar payment screens. But behind the interface, agents use programmable wallets, delegated mandates, stablecoins, real-time transfers, and payment protocols to complete tasks without constant human interruption. The front end stays familiar. The back end changes. That is the real thesis. The AI economy does not only need better models, it needs a money layer. Because intelligence alone does not create economic activity. Transactions do. The machine economy does not begin when AI can talk. It begins when AI can transact. And the next financial customer may not be a person. It may be a piece of software with a wallet.